What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Australia's #1 car YouTube. Shit's escalated pretty quickly on the roadster this morning. I didn't even get a chance to film anything because we just been sort of got it down here and then we just started hoeing into it. So we're taking this up to the Sydney Hotrod show in about 6 weeks, and we just want to give it a bit of a refurb and get it looking all a bit better. Had a few oil leaks, so I've whipped the rocker covers off because they're just sort of both leaking at the back. So we took them off both sides, pulled the interior out. So we're going to do new door cards and new seat. They're just sitting there. We'll probably do the door cards right from the front to the back now. Get the seat retrimmed. We've pulled the fuel tank out. That's just on the ground there. Tank out. We're just gonna actually cut this and move it forwards a little bit and just gain a little bit more boot space. What we can. Give it a good clean up underneath. Put the fuel tank back in. Dash. We're gonna fix the dash up. We're fucking that off. So this return here is actually out of a 1951 twin spinner. As you can see there, normally it's got a round gauge here. So we're going to actually put the spinner dash in. So we've got another spinner dash here, and we'll cut around here. Remove that section, because it's got this mesh here, so when you put the black on the back and paint that silver, looks grouse. So we'll put this section back in there and just have all the gauges in these holes. I think that'll look pretty smart, a bit better than the timber. What else are we going to do? Oh yeah, and the supercharger. So we're going to put the 471 on it. It's been sitting around for a while, but it should be good to go. The 471 we're going to put with twin 97s on it. Get rid of the 4-barrel. Just brought that down this morning. That should polish up alright. Doesn't need to go too hard on the polishing because, you know, got to keep it in the thing of the whole car. Here's the manifold. Little homemade 471 manifold. So that's where we're at this week. My Falcon's over there. I've just done the floors. I was going to do a full video on like when I did all this rust and shit on the floors. Not rust, but sort of clean it up and paint it, but I kind of wasn't happy with how it turned out, so lost a week on that one. But yeah, as you can see, I've just sort of treated all the rust and then hit it with that KBS rust seal stuff. So this is after did it with the dry ice and the paint scraper method. So that's come up good, nice and dry now. And that stuff apparently, like, just if there is any fine rust, like I got rid of all the flaky shit and treated it and whatnot. But if there is anything, this stuff sort of seals it off from the atmosphere. So won't give you any dramas down the track. So still going to be chopping away at this thing, but for the next 6 weeks or so, until we go to the Sydney Hotrod show, we're going to be hoeing into this thing. So first things first, I think I'm going to start cleaning up in this boot area and get rid of all that grime and shit. Might as well do it from the top while we got the floor out. Otherwise you got to be doing the old fucking reach around, as they call it. Let's get stuck into it. Not probably, I'm gonna whack some cardboard on there. I've got excess of this cardboard. I've got shitloads. Just like mine. Every time I'm cleaning the car, just whack a bit of that shit under there and there you go. So give me a bit of a suss in there, see what we're working with. It's pretty dirty. Like that's, yeah, it's actually black under there. So I got a bit of degrease. And we'll get stuck into it. Where am I going to start? Might start with the diff. Get the paint scraper. Fucking hell. Look at that. Ooh. It's a naughty little bit of fucking. So this is where the floor mounts on this bit. So I'll give that a good clean up so we can mount that shit back on there. Alright, so I've got the brush on the drill. Give this a hit now. See if it... I think I took the paint off. Fucking that worked alright. It's way better than the scraper. Look at that. Get down in there. Might give the rest of the diff a hit with that now. It's working a treat. Getting it off. Brought in the big guns. Got Cliffy on the brush. He's the #1 polisher around here. Gave it a hit from the top, now it's got to give it a hit from the bottom. So it's still fucking filthy. Oop. Get all this years and years of grime off it. But if you're looking down, looks sweet, but now you're looking up, looks dirty. So we'll start again. All right, 4 hours later. Nah, it wasn't 4 hours, but a couple hours later. Got it, yeah, as clean as it's gonna get under here. So it's all, there's a lot of grime on there. Burgess paints. If you're missing a sign, if you lost it around 1981, that's when that floor went in. Yeah, look no more. Got a little repair here. Me and Mum were driving, I was about 15 and this snapped. So we did a little bit of a cocky shit fucking weld on the way to a hot rod run and still holding up strong. Ripper. So yeah, I've given it all a clean under here. Whip the wheels off. Got a bit of rub here, so we're gonna have to do something there, knock that in a bit, and I think we're gonna sort of trim around here a bit more. Whack another bolt in over here, then we'll try and smash this down, flatten a little bit, just massage it in to get a bit of distance between the wheel and the inner wheel arch. Went a bit hard there.
So going into the chassis. But I might cut this balancer down a little bit. I've got enough room, but I might cut it down a little bit. See, I could probably piss. Oh, they're the two that are holding them inner brackets on, aren't they?
Maybe. It's loose.
Ah! So, and that doesn't even have one in it.
No.
See, a round Allen head one would probably be better.
Yeah, definitely. What I'm doing here is I'm just using the blocking hammer just to knock down the high spots where the tyre would occasionally rub on, just to create a bit of clearance between the inner wheel arch and the tyre. Shouldn't hit. Hey? It's not perfect, but shouldn't hit.
Yeah, that's fine. That's much better than what it was.
Well, it's in now because it was sitting a bit bulbous before.
Yeah. This old 1932 Ford steel. Might have to bloody cut this bit back too. I did that so the diff's got a bit of travel. But we'll mark that and then.
So what I do is just want to cut around here just to get a bit more sort of clearance. Dad's back in the day sort of bent it up and smashed it to get out of the way. But now we're just going to do a bit of a nicer cut around here just to get, I don't know, just make it look better. So just mark it out. Chassis is there. And you probably don't want to lose a whole heap. I reckon we'll go this second line here. Whip it around. One's got to be better than none.
That's it, that's true.
Just got to hold that bit in.
Okay.
Beautiful.
That's
Look at that.
fucking burglary.
Brand new. Bash that in already before. Now we're going to scrap that line. We're just going to go around here. Cut off these little
Do you
tags.
can do it with a cut-off wheel or with the bloody, or with tin snips? I reckon I did that with tin snips because I wouldn't have a bloody grinder back then.
Yeah.
There's no such thing.
Tin it maybe. See how it goes. We'll have to take a bit off. Fuck, we'll just maybe grinder it and then finish it up with the tinnies. Get a nice cut.
Shit bits off first. You know what I mean? Between there and there. Where's the chassis? Right up there.
So with the grinder, we just sort of cut the bulk of it off with the grinder, sort of close to the line. So then we can just get a nice cut with the tin snips.
I reckon that's what that squeaking was.
Definitely. After the tin snips, I gave it a bit of a touch up with a hammer and dolly just to even it out a bit and get it looking a bit neater. That'll do the job.
Brand new, mate. That's good.
Yeah. So we just lopped a bit off there, just sort of neaten it up a bit. There's the Z in the bottom of the chassis. Looks better than what it was. Just gives it a bit of room so when the diff comes up and down with the suspension. It was obviously missing before, but this is just purely just to neaten it up. Could even weld a little return on there if you wanted maybe to neaten it up again if you wanted to go further with it.
The car won't know what's hit it.
No, definitely won't.
Do you want to get a dolly and a hammer and try and make that a bit nicer, Cal, or not? Don't worry.
Give it a crack.
Yeah. You could probably block that in a bit even. You know what I mean? Block it in. Is it going to do any damage inside, Michael? And if it hits the chassis, it'll squeak like fuck.
Yeah. Exactly.
Can you get in there or not? That's good now, because it's all negative, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where before it was poking out.
So we're just going to make a bit of a template so that we can cut the other side the same. I'm literally just going to put this in here. Trace it. There you go, one template. So then I'll cut that out and fucking throw it on the other side, match it up. Just getting the old snippers and give it a quick run around, cut on the line. It's only got to be rough as, get it close enough. They're already way different. Might not even get them the same. See how far different they are. So that is the front. It's pretty dark over here.
Pretty good.
Roughly. Need to do some measurements. The stencil. Oh, it's pretty close. That's how it wants to go. They're fucking way different.
Are they?
Yeah. Well, that one goes down here like that.
Okay.
Oh no, it's like that. Oops. Yeah, about that. Ish.
Yeah, we'll get it right.
Grab that textile. That's, yeah. Got to meet in the middle.
You want something to scratch it with, Cal?
Nah.
Screwdriver?
Nah. Get the idea. Sort of on there roughly. Give that a hit. Alright, we've got that all trimmed up now. It's looking similar. No, they're not identical, but they're a bit more uniform now. So I think we'll leave it at that. We'll probably just paint a bit of shit around here just to seal up the raw edge, and we'll leave it at that. And that's it for tonight, guys. If you could like and subscribe, that would be shit hot. And if you want to follow along with this build, we're putting a blower on, a few other bits and pieces, so follow along and it should be a bit of fun. Cheers.